Hello everyone, this is Defense Politics Asia, and this is the Frontline Changes report. So there is quite a number of frontline changes today. So we just going to give you an overview. Frontline changes at Glipoke, Kenivkove, Zeleny, Voshansk, Novi over here, Novi, Umanske, Pervomaiske, Krasnohorivka, Staromaiorske, and Verbove. So we're going to go one by one, and we start off with the Kharkiv front. So over at Glipoke, at the Glipoke over region of Glipoke, the Russian forces have expanded the control over to the side, and based on Ukrainian mapping, the Russian forces have also confirmed to have taken most of Glipoke, and also secured the entire main road over on the side and taken one of these heavy entrenchment over here. And this heavy entrenchment has been taken by the Russian forces. Geolocation of Russian forces also confirmed that the Russians have taken some small little village just south of Murkove. So this is the situation over at Glipoke over this region, and towards the Lukansk region, the Russian forces have been geolocated in the middle of Lukansk, and they have taken the entirety of Lukansk. This is based on information coming from the Ukrainian side. The Deep State UA reported the capture of Lukansk, and it's important to note that the Russian side, the pro-Russian side, have not acknowledged this capture. In fact, based on Ryba, the last report about Lukansk say that the Ukrainians still retains control over Lukansk. So this is interesting to note that the Ukrainian side actually considered Lukansk before the Russians claiming it. So over in this general region, at the Lipsy sector, Russian forces basically taken a lot of grounds around this area here, continue to march forward towards the objective of Lipsy. And so this is the frontline change over at Glipoke. The next frontline change is over at Zeleny. So this over this Nukishne sector is very weird. According to the Ukrainian mapping and information, they declared that Zeleny has been clarified. And the fact that they thought that the Russians have captured it is because there was no communication for a long time. And now that the situation is clarified, it's actually under Ukrainian control. So based on this information, the Ukrainians basically have, in a way, recaptured Zeleny, or it was never captured. A very, very weird situation over here. So, but this is only based on Ukrainian claims as per marked. I only put as Ukrainian claim. So this will only affect the Ukrainian mapping. The Russian mapping will continue to be all the way to Nikushne. So this is the current situation around here, and it's important to note that the Russian Defense Ministry did mention fighting at Nikoshne, or at least they defeated Ukrainian forces at Nikoshne. So it's not like there is no fighting in this region. There is fighting in this region. So we will continue to monitor and see if this can be corroborated over this region. The next frontline change is over at the next sector over at Voschansk. Major updates around in the Vovchansk region. The Russian forces have basically captured the entire northeastern outskirt of Vovchansk all along the river. So to see this more clearly, because this is so populated, if you look at this this mapping, this relief map, you can see that there is a river, the Vochav River, and this Vochav River, basically the Russians have taken the entire northern side of this river. This entire area here has been taken by the Russian forces. So just want to show you, because it can't be seen. The river can't be seen on this mapping here. So the Russians basically have attacked from Taipei. They continue to push, and from all different directions taken all this area here. And based on geolocation, the Russians raised the flag in the middle of Vovchansk, and signaling firm control over the northern half of Vovchansk. And so far, the exact front line within Vovchansk is not as clear. It's currently, we are not sure where the front line is right now. We can only assume it's just south of this geolocation. In terms of this, in terms of the northeastern part, is all along the river, so this is actually a lot clearer. Whether they go all the way all the way here is unclear, because the river actually flows downwards to this point around here. We do have a bridge getting destroyed in the south of this location, so maybe the Ukrainians are still at this location, but this is a major change around this area here. So that's all for the frontline changes at Vovchansk. The next frontline change is far away to the at the Bakhmut front. So this is Bakhmut city, and this is major news as well. Over at Novi, Russian forces has been geolocated entering Novi again. The Russians have started to attack into Novi again. This is the second, third, fourth. I can't remember how many times the Russians have tried to attack. It could be probing. It could be actual attack. We're not sure, but they are geolocated there. So that's the most important thing to note. So that's all for Novi. The next frontline change is over at Umanske, over at the Avdiivka front. So this is a Donetsk city. Avdiivka is over here, and this area we are talking about Vovchansk. Sorry, Umanske. Did I say Vovchansk? Umanske. Oh my freaking god! So at Umanske, the Russian forces are geolocated in two different locations. They are storming and attack towards the Ukrainian positions. And based on the footages, it's clear that the Ukrainians are defending these positions. They are not letting up, and they are not going to just let the Russians roll them over. The Russians are attacking. And based on this information, it seems like the Russians are storming down the roads and the tree lines. They are trying to establish control, or to capture the position. There is no indications to show that the Russians are within the southern part of Umanske. Based on the video footage, they are all on the roads along the tree lines. So the attack must be coming through the fields or the tree lines. So that's the frontline change over at Umanske. And the next frontline change is also super major over in the southern part of Pervomaiske. The Russian forces finally have succeeded in taking most of these salients. This is based on information from the Ukrainian mapping. So from Deep State UA, they reported this change over in the southern part of Pervomaiske. Ukrainian forces have withdrawn to more defendable positions. It's unclear if they will hold this position in the west of Nevelske, or will they continue to retreat. So we will definitely continue to monitor this change over at Pervomaiske. So the next frontline change is over at Krasnohorivka. So the Battle of Krasnohorivka continue. It's a slow crawl right now. In the middle and northwestern part of Krasnohorivka, Russian forces have taken a few more buildings in the center, as well as expanding control down one more street and another two junctions over in the northwestern part. So the Russians are pushing. However, this is urban warfare. It's going to be difficult. The Ukrainians are holding the lines. So we will continue to monitor and see whether the Russians will continue to be able to make breakthroughs over in the Krasnohorivka region. And the next frontline change is also within the Donetsk front, is over at Staromaiorske. Yet again, this is also another major frontline change. Over at Staromaiorske, the Russian forces expanded their control over in the southern part of Staromaiorske, and they have taken basically all the tree lines on the western part of Staromaiorske, and basically closing in on the settlement, allowing them to start to attack from the west into the northern part of Staromaiorske, creating a pincer of some sort. So this is a massive change as well. But I always say, everybody's eyes is on Kharkiv, but the reality is that there is likelihood to be a major diversion to draw Ukrainian attention away from there, while all the other offensive are still ongoing. They did not stop at all. They are still all of them are still ongoing. So it's important to note, not to ignore or neglect all these other front lines. So the next front line change is over at Verbove. So this is at the Zaporizhia front. This is Zaporizhia city at the Orikhiv sector. This is Verbove, and at this area here, there is some front line change. The Ukrainians, based on their mapping, claims that this area here is theirs. So it will be reflected in their mapping. So these trees 3 lines around here is under Ukrainian control based on Ukrainian mapping. But this is based on Ukrainian claim. It will not affect the Russian mapping. However, what's important is actually the north of this area here. The Russian forces have expanded control over in this area here. In this north of this position, a few 3 lines has been taken. There is some marked entrenchment around here, so I'm not sure if the Russians will be able to take it. I have marked a entrenchment around here. It was based on pre-war mapping, so probably the Russians have taken it. So let me zoom in. Can we see it? It's gone. So not sure where is this now. I wonder if these are the same thing. Since we can't really see this one as well, I'm not sure where this came from now. It's been so long. So anyway, that's all. So I believe these are all the frontline changes. Yes, these are all the frontline changes report. And thank you for watching. Press the like button, subscribe. If you are watching on the main channel, of course, subscribe on the DPA War channel if you wanted to see these videos as soon as it is published. Because I'm trying to split the content so that the DPA War channel focus on the war reporting. But however, the YouTube algorithm is not very friendly, so I have to post on both sides. So I will do it a delayed telecast on the main channel. But if you like all this war reporting, subscribe on the war channel. So that's very important. DPA War channel. Search on YouTube, you'll find it. Then what else? Subscribe. And also, of course, share to your social media if you like these reports. And let me know what you think in the comments and everything. So I'll see you guys in the next update.